Hello, hello, all of my philosopher pirates out there. Good to see you once again. And today's episode is, of course, I always say this, a very special one. Today we're talking about fear. Fear. Fear's so scary. You know where I feel fear in my body a lot of the time? Right here, right in the throat. Everything closes up, right? Fear. I don't know where you feel it, but it's important to recognize in our body where we feel that sometimes. And for me, it's right here in the throat. Now, here's the way I like to look at fear. False evidence appearing real. I love this one. And I know it may sound corny, and I'm sure you've heard your own corny versions of this as well. We always hear all these corny things. I love them. I'm a cornball. I don't care. I'm just a corny dude sometimes. Most of the time. That's okay. But I really like that. False evidence appearing real. But this is very true, isn't it? We can't let the phantoms in our head get the best of us, as I have, throughout my whole life. I've allowed fear to hold me back from doing this show when I could have started years ago when I had some of these ideas and really wanted to. That being said, don't think I was ready. Not as ready as I certainly feel now and today. And I can tell you that fear doesn't run my life as much as it used to. It's still there. Absolutely. Of course it is. And it always will be. But having true courage is having the fear and going forth into the unknown anyway. Right? Super important to remember that. Because we all have our fears. Some of these we've conquered and we realize, wait, after we've conquered the fear, well, wait a minute. I'm still alive? Yes, you survived the tidal waves and uncharted waters, pirates. You know what I'm talking about. You know that feeling. And we certainly need more of that, especially for the Gen Zs out there, the Gen Z men, and just men in general right now. I'm sure a lot of you are seeing the statistics of how men are doing, and it ain't great right now, not for a lot of us, and that's okay. Hopefully this channel can turn that around for some of you. And hopefully I can be a guide through my own experience, my own readings, help, and maybe not. I don't know. That's up to you. But what I am saying is don't let fear ruin your relationships because you're afraid to be honest with your significant other. Or don't let fear hold you back from dreams that may seem stupid to yourself or others. Don't let fear hold you back from going to the gym or anything else. I mean, you know exactly what I'm talking about because of slick, which I like to talk about, was kind of the theme of this month, right? Is getting slick out of our head. And think about it, guys. Fear is easy. I mean, fear allows me to just sit back on the couch and dream. It's easy to sit on the couch and dream, isn't it? As opposed to going out there and really trying to make something happen for myself. That's really important to remember. Fear is very easy. It's very easy to let slick get into our heads and tell us, don't do that, man. You're going to get made fun of. You're going to get mocked. Everybody's going to make, and that especially for this show and for me, I'm sure I'm going to take a ton of hits. Bring on the hits because I'm a free man nowadays, as I've told you all this before. So you can come and with all the hits all you want. This is what I'm doing. So you certainly get the point. Really, all I'm saying is don't let fear kill and crush you because it does and it will. I've certainly seen that in my own life, and I'm sure I'll see it again. But not today, pirates. I'm turning the page on that. And although that door isn't fully closed, and maybe it never will be fully closed, but I've made improvements, not perfection. Very important to remember that, right? So, my fellow philosopher pirates, get up and face your dreams and chase your fears. I saw that ad on a clothing company. I forgot where, and if They know who they are. I'll be happy to give you guys a great shout out. I just forgot where I saw that. But certain words and phrases and quotes, they always just stick with us sometimes, right? That one really stuck with me. But I really want to remember to tell you that fear isn't real. Danger, yes. But the fear in the head, fear is slick, trying to tell you to play it safe. And in some ways, in certain situations, you probably should. But you know damn well what I'm talking about here. You know what kind of fear I'm referring to, and you know what you're afraid of and what you should face. I know mine, and although I do let it win sometimes, not as much as I used to. And that, my friends, my pirates, that is, in the beautiful words of Charlie Sheen, winning, right? It's not always going to be bright and sunny days. We're going to have dark clouds for sure. But facing our fears, and you know which ones those are for you. And just like I talked about in the last video with sacrifice, you know which fears are holding you back and which ones you need to start facing. And then once you survive, you get through it, whatever it may be, you're alive, you've survived it. That feeling will stick with you, and that will give you more confidence to keep going off into the unknown, to keep trying failure after failure after failure. Believe me, I know. I have failed and will fail more times than I'll ever be successful, but those fails always propel me into something new, a new question that needs to be asked, a new strategy that needs to be applied. So just remember, fears are phantoms and they're not real. Danger is very real. Be safe here. I'm not saying do something stupid, but what I am saying is face the fears that you know are holding you back. Just like sacrifice, fear is very similar in this way. We need to be very careful with the fears that we have. Go forth into the unknown. Philosopher pirates, that's what this is all about. Finding that treasure within. And it is there. But we got to be able to let go, release, and go into the unknown with calm and clarity and with peace and with courage. That's courage, isn't it? It wouldn't be courage if you weren't fucking scared. Scare yourself a little bit and face your fears. All right, Philosopher Pirates, have a great week. Those are the episodes, and I'll talk to you next week.